Welcome back to 2 Minutes of Impact. I'm John Garrick. Today we're going to talk about stewardship. Now, stewardship is different than generosity. Generosity is more of the expression of how we give, why we give, the motive behind the graciousness of giving. But this is different. This is stewardship. This is talking about, are we stewarding the resources that are given to us? Now, stewardship is critical. A matter of fact, when you think about a steward on a ship or a train or something like that, what do? They're caring for, they're making sure that your stuff and you as a person are taken to the right place at the right time. They're stewarding your time and your resources. They're helping steward your experience when you're with them. Now, a steward, when it comes to the gospel-centric viewpoints, in other words, what does the scripture talk about and how does it affect our leadership? This value becomes critical. Jesus talked about this in Matthew 25 when he gave this example of how he did this parable of giving the 5 talents or the 2 talents or the 1 talent to these 3 guys and left them to care for his resources. Now, a talent, you might want to say it's a stock or gold in today's market and in today's vernacular. But the reality is he asked them to steward his resources when he was gone. Just like all good things that we have, all the beauty around us and all the things he allows us to experience and to care for, our affluence and our influence, he calls us to steward it in a way that brings honor to him and edifies others. So are we going to be like the one guy that multiplied it or the second guy that multiplied only the 2 bags of gold? Or are we going to be like the guy that he gave 1 bag and he just buried it? So when Jesus came back, he said, man, you're not stewarding this well at all. And he said, why don't you give it to the guy that stewarded my money well? Now, that's just a parable and it's talking about money. But what about our life? How are we stewarding the resources, the affluence and the influences of our life? Well, thanks for being with me on 2 Minutes of Impact. I want to hear from you. How are you stewarding your resources, and how do you find that difficult, and where are ways that you find that easy to do? I want to know. Let's help each other as we make an eternal impact.